Welcome everybody, this is Charizard James here with another deck tech for you. Today we have green-white counters, a green-white modular. This is going to take advantage of the new modular mechanic from Historic Horizons. Let's go over the modular mechanic ourselves here so you have a little bit of a better idea if you haven't heard of this mechanic before. Let's go ahead and go over Arcbound Mauser. This is a 1-mana 0/0. You know, it's going to enter the battlefield and die, right? But no, you're wrong. It has modular 1. Modular is this enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. When it dies, you may put its +1/+1 counters on target artifact creature. Now, if it had modular 2, it would enter the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it, and so on and so forth. Keep in mind that you can only put a +1/+1 counter on an artifact creature. We have a bunch of artifact creature synergies in here as well. We have 2 Arcbound Mousers, 4 Esper Sentinel, which is an artifact creature. We have 4 Hardened Scales, which adds to our counters mechanic. We have 3 Zabaz, the Glimmerwasp. Now this is legendary, so we have 3 of it. It has modular 1. The modular triggered ability would put 1 or more +1/+1 counters on a creature you control. That many +1/+1 counters are put on it instead. Now you'll see that as a theme here. You can pay a white mana, Zabaz the Glimmerwasp gains flying until end of turn. Now, you can pay a red mana to destroy an artifact you control. We don't have red mana, so you won't be able to do that. But I was thinking actually about changing a couple of these basic lands into, you know, green-red pathway or white-red pathway. But I'm not sure if I want to do that just yet. I'm probably going to do that. We have 4 Hardened Scales. This is a new enchantment that we're going to get. It's not new, it's been around for a while, but new to Arena. Is a 1-mana green enchantment that says if 1 or more +1/+1 counters will be put on a creature you control, that many +1/+1 counters are put on it instead. So we have that one that puts more counters on, this one that puts more counters on. The Ozolith, whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, if it had counters on it, put it on the Ozolith. And then at the beginning of combat, on your turn, if it had any counters on it, you can remove all the counters and put it on another creature. We have 4 Arcbound Prototypes, which has modular 2. We have 4 Scavenging Ooze, which is very important in this format with all the Dragon Ridge channelers going around. Then we have 4 Conclave Mentors in this deck. It is a 2-mana 2/2 green-white. If 1 or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature you control, that many +1/+1 counters are put on that creature instead. And then when this dies, you gain life equal to its power. So, as you can see, we have a bunch of things that put counters and additional counters on a lot of our things. So hopefully we can get some things that are very, very much out of control. We have 3 Oran-Rief Ooze to enhance our counter putting on abilities. I put 1 Lurrus in this deck so we can bring back all of our Arcbound Mousers, Esper Sentinel, Hardened Scales, Zabaz, Ozolith, Arcbound Prototype, Scavenging Ooze, and Conclave Mentor, and Stonecoil Serpent, all out of our graveyard. We also have Ingurious Armored Killer as a 2-of in order to mutate onto either our Stonecoil Serpent or a bunch of things that gain counters on it, also known as Arcbound Prototype and Arcbound Mauser. Possibly anything else, but those are going to be the ones that are going to be able to be utilized the best. Well, and Zabaz as well. And then we have 4 Stonecoil Serpents here as a huge body that also has reach, trample, and protection from multicolored cards. So very, very good card all the way around. We have a sneaky Blinkmoth Nexus here, 4 copies of them. It is an artifact creature, so when your modular things die, you can put the counters on Blinkmoth Nexus, and Blinkmoth Nexus can become really huge. Now, let's go over the sideboard a little bit. We have some things in here that are worth mentioning. We have 2 portable hulls. We have 1 Shadowspear, 2 Heroic Intervention. We have 3 Elite Spellbinders, 1 Toski Bearer of Secrets. We have 4 Adanto Vanguards for the control matchups. We have 2 Luminous Broodmoths as well. So let's go ahead and put some pathways in here. Actually, before we go on to the matches, and then we're gonna go ahead and just go over into the matches. So we don't really have a use for basic lands really. Let's go ahead and cut all these forests, and let's put 4 Cragcrown Pathways in, and then let's cut 1, 2, 3, 4 plains, I guess, and put 4 Needleverge Pathways in, because like we probably only need basic lands for if we get Field of Ruin or something, right? So let's go ahead and try this out. If it ends up not working out that we get never use the red, we might take it out, but we're gonna put it in there for now just for it to be there. Also, another thing for red as well is that you have the opportunity to potentially play Bomat Courier, but this build is not currently playing that. But it is an artifact creature that you could play if you wanted to, and we might even sneak that card into our deck list before this video is over. Well, I considered Abzan from Winding Constrictor. Yeah, I don't think enough black cards are worth it. Like, if that's the only black card that we have Hardened Scales anyways, so that's like a better Winding Constrictor, if you will. All right, well, this is just exactly what we want, right? Except for we don't have white mana. Yikes. Well, it's what we want if we had white mana. But we're gonna go ahead and mulligan this. This also has no white mana? Alright, don't do this to me, Arena. Alright, cool. Arena tried to hate me just now. Wait, we don't even have green mana. What is going on here? This is not good, chat. Alright, give me a green mana. That's not a green mana, chat. At least I have something to cast, but we're gonna need a green mana like yesterday. Alright, this is going to be a good example of the Ozolith here, putting some counters on this. So every creature that we play is going to be able to get these counters, if we have creatures that we can possibly cast. It'd be great if we can actually cast a creature here. Season Pyromancer is going to discard 2 cards. If they're non-lands, they're going to make a 1/1. So we're going to make 1/1/1 here. Looks like they're flooding out a little bit. That is not a green mana, but what's good for us here is that we're going to get a 4/4 Arcbound Prototype. I just noticed right now that I can move Ozolith counters to my opponent's creatures. Insane. Oh, look, a green mana. Interesting. Alright, so this is odd, this is odd. Oh yeah, they can only play odds, right? So they're gonna do double damage with some things here. It's okay, this token's even, so they might not attack. Okay, Esper Sentinel, Hardened Scales, Conclave Mentor. So let's go Esper Sentinel plus Conclave Mentor here. So we're gonna go Conclave Mentor first, so Esper Sentinel can gain another counter. We're not getting another counter, but okay, this doesn't have modular. What are we gonna do now? I could just attack with Arcbound Prototype. I could attack. Actually, I could attack with both. I don't think I can die in the backswing. If I attack with both, this goes to a 5/5. But this actually does double blocking damage as well. So maybe I'm just gonna go Arcbound Prototype because, oh crap, I just realized this, that if I don't attack with Oran-Rief Ooze, this doesn't get a counter. But they didn't block anyway, so let's see what's going on here. They could have had a free kill with the Obosh. But also, if the Arcbound Prototype dies, I could have put the counters on Esper Sentinel. That would have also been bad. Because of the modular ability. We'll see if I can really push in the damage next turn with playing Hardened Scales and then attacking with everything, depending on what they do. We're gonna have to put some pressure on so that they don't actually kill us with the Reminap Ruins. They have a lot more cards in hand, a lot more pressure than us, so I think we need to pressure them in order to not be pressured ourselves. Now, this seems like a good block with Oran-Rief Ooze, but I could be getting debated. I think I'm just gonna do this and take 2. Esper Sentinel's not like really good in this matchup anyway. Also doesn't have any direct way to get counters right now. So we know they probably play Fiery Temper. We know they might play Lightning, what's it called? Wizard's Lightning. But they don't have too many wizards, so I don't think they'd play Wizard's Lightning. But Fiery Temper could definitely be a card. Like Field Hazard, okay. I gain 2 life. Oh, I don't gain 2 life because it dies. It doesn't actually die from Spike Field Hazard. Fair. All right. The question is that I'm probably dead. They did not cast Bone Crusher Giant, so it makes me think they have something else. Whoa, they discarded everything. Oh, because it's Blazing Root Wallas and Fiery Temper. Oh, that's actually genius. Mono Red Madness. Wilmot Courier triggering the madness is sweet. Wow. I am super dead. Root Walla deals 6 damage per Root Walla. I was very surprised that they used the Wilmot Courier and then they discarded 2 Root Wallas and a Fiery Temper. Well, that wasn't very good for us. We also had a mulligan to 5, though. We had a mulligan to 5, and we also couldn't play our 1-drop on turn 1. So let's give each other the benefit of the doubt here. Okay, so I can cast Portable Hole and double Ozolith, but I'm still a mana off from casting one of these creatures. These mulligans are not treating me right here. They did do a sick play last game. Well, they're continuing to do sick plays. All right, they can't unholy heat this. Let's see how they treat this Oran-Rief Ooze. Now, their build is sweet because Seasoned Pyromancer works really well with Madness. I don't want to stick my Scavenging Ooze in here, but we don't have double green right now. If this gets triple blocked, I think I'm okay with it. Probably have a removal spell, but if they do, they likely can't play removal spell and Faithful Saluting without having exactly untapped land and removal spell, and then they can't looting. And then also if they do that, they can't pump the Blazing Root Walla. So I'm kind of like, when playing Scavenging Ooze here, I'm kind of like choking their mana out. Actually, okay, Magma Spray is a very good card to have there. We might be in trouble. We are in a lot of trouble. How do I don't know how Madness decks always draw like all their Blazing Root Wallas. Well, the good thing, one of the good things for us is that if we draw... I don't think there's anything actually that we can draw. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. Rip. That deck was sweet. I might have to adjust the mana base as well. It seemed we mulliganed to 5-2 games in a row. Oh, hey, look, a playable hand. Wait, yes, it is playable. Let's go Zabaz first. Elves. How many dual lands is the deck playing? A lot. Let's see here. I think I'm just gonna do like a 2/2 Stonecoil. That's a little bit of a yikes. I have to put pressure on them so that they don't actually kill me. Looks like they're doing just that. Release. Oh, that untaps an elf, doesn't it? Oh no.
Protect it as my home.
Oh no. Oh no.
You underestimate our strengths.
That's not good. I think I just have to attack with everything and then hope they can't kill me, even though they probably can kill me. Like, here goes nothing. Math is for blockers. All right, and then they're dead to Zabaz in the air if they don't kill me, so they have to kill me right now. I mean, Allosaurus Shepherd is probably game, actually. You can tap Arc Druid for the mana, use Allosaurus Shepherd, then untap it with Frailes, and then attack me with everything.
Our magic bears fruit.
Another Arc Druid. Ow. See what happens when you don't remove their creatures, chat? Yo, Crispus, thanks for the huge raid. Welcome, welcome. How's it going? Good to see ya. Shurimer shout out, go ahead and follow Crispus if you'd like. Already, turn 1 Zabaz, turn 2 Arcbound Prototype. Gaming Consultant, thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I'd like a portable hole, please. So if Prototype dies, Ozolith gets the counters or Zabaz gets the counters. I think that's how it works. I think I'll give him to Zabaz. Wait. Do we get double the counters? Let's try it. We get double the counters. We get Ozolith counters and Zabaz counters. Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. Modular with Ozolith is actually really, really good. Interesting. What is Stream League Tournament? That's a good question. Stream League is a league that I do on this channel. It is a tournament that I do either monthly or bi-monthly with 32 streamers that play against each other for a $1,000 prize, sponsored by CoolStuffInc.com. It is going to be hosted this next month on September 18th. It's a Saturday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern by myself and Jim Davis. Let's go ahead and go Hardened Scales first, I think, or no, or Portable Hole. I think we go Portable Hole first. Dude, Hardened Scales, this is going to come in with 2 counters on it.
If you set foot in my room, we will unleash an autumn of steel leaves.
All right, Arcbound Mauser is going to get 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Then I have like 2 more mana left. Or I could just like Shadowspear attack the Freylease. I think it's better if I just Oran-Rief Ooze, though.
Finally, a formidable threat.
What do I think of Sarah the Benevolent? What is that card? Feel free to go !point card and then type in Sarah the Benevolent. Thank you, Warlock Holmes, for the follow.
You underestimate our strengths.
Those are really strong elves. Oh, I think the Sarah Benevolent's really good. Kind of starved on mana here. Oh yeah, I think it can go into angels, for sure. It even makes an angel. What do I do here? I can definitely see myself dying. I think I just have to attack them. If I attack both at Freylease, they're just not gonna... Attack both at Freylease, they're just not gonna block it. So now I have to just not die. Like, hope that I don't die. So, please don't die. I ask you one time.
Sky Shroud is home to many of my kin.
I am now dead. If they got one less Lord, I would have lived. But their random Seek an Elf got a Lord. They did not attack me for lethal. I had 1 blocker, they had 3 6-power attackers, and I'm at 12. Well, sometimes lucky. Alright. I would gain life from Mentor after I die, though. Mentor doesn't... If Mentor had lifelink, then that would be true, you'd be right. but Mentor is a specific trigger after it dies, which means I would already be dead. All right, so we can buff the Zabaz with Shadowspear. I'm giving it full. I think I win now. I think I have exact lethal. Because Oran-Rief Ooze gives us 2 counters and they're at 8. So all I have to do is just attack with everything, and then they're dead to the Zabaz. We'd actually give it 3 counters. Wow, that was a crazy game. I mean, I was dead. They had the Llanowar Elves, the Arc Druid, and the Clan Caller, but I guess they don't know how Conclave Mentor works. I would definitely die before I gained this life. Hardened Scales and Conclave Mentor would both put an additional counter. Oran-Rief would put a counter on Zabaz. This would put an additional counter. This would put an additional counter. So this is actually going to be a 9/9 for lethal. All right, we beat the Elves deck, so let's go ahead and see if we can win this last match. That's a hand we like to keep. We have our mana here. Okay. Blue-white control. Let's go ahead and go Zabaz first. Get the pressure on. What's up, Eyes? How's it going? Let's go ahead and get this memory lapsed. You have 4 Hardened Scales already. Maybe I'll try something like it. Does this deck play Coco? It does not play Coco, but I wouldn't fault you if you wanted to play Coco. But with things like Stonecoil Serpent and a bunch of Ozoliths and things like that, it's we play too low of a creature density to play Coco. We also play a couple of 4-mana creatures. But you can definitely do that if you want it and build it like that. Whoa, Allies, are you? Hopefully you're okay. That's good. Good. That's good to hear. Seal away. That's actually fine because the Ozolith still gets to counters if it's exiled. So next turn, the Ozolith is going to give the Arcbound Mauser 1 more counter. Opponent is thinking. What's this modular do? That's a good question. Modular means that the creature enters the battlefield with a number of +1/+1 counters equal to what it says for modular. So this one's modular 1 specifically. And then when the creature dies, you can put its 1/1 counters on target artifact creature. Now we have artifact creatures like this Glimmerwasp here. Another copy of Arcbound Mauser, possibly a couple Stonecoil Serpents, because those are artifact creatures. We have a bunch of artifact creatures in this deck that we can put those counters onto. Now there is we're not playing a full-on out artifact creature deck, but if we did, we could play something like there's a 2-mana artifact creature that you can tap it and it puts +1/+1 counters on all of your artifact creatures. So like maybe you could make a collector company build with something like that. That'd be pretty cool. By no means is this the be-all end-all best version of this deck. I'm playing a version of this deck, but you can definitely tune this deck yourself if you'd like, and you can work out some things. Maybe throw a collector company in there, maybe throw the card I was just talking about in there. If I forgot the name off the top of my head, but you know, you can find it. 2-mana creature, it's a 1/1. You can tap it and put 1/1 counters on all your artifact creatures. If you just type that word for word into Google, then it'll spit you out the right creature. Steel Overseer. Thank you, Agaramella. You're saying you don't need as much oxygen? Well, as long as you're getting better, that's a good sign, Hot Ice. Stay safe out there. You thinking about making Merfolk Coco? I think that's actually a really good deck. Did our opponent time out? Is our Arcbound Mauser too much of a threat for them? I mean, it is pretty daunting. Look at that. Look at that mouse. Just look at it. Wait, is this an actual mouse? No, it's a cat. Wait, it's a cat and a mouse at the same time? It's a Mauser. Is a Mauser a cat? Is that a type of cat? Or is it like a pun on mice? A Mauser is a cat that hunts mice. Don't all cats hunt mice? Or do I not know enough about cats to say that? Probably the latter. Okay, can the what is happening here? Did I time out? Is my internet dying? I'm gonna go ahead and exit out and go back in. Unfortunate this has to happen this way. I don't know if I disconnected or if they did, but I'm gonna double check just in case. Hopefully I didn't disconnect. Because if that's the case, then my timer's been going out. No. 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 What? It didn't put us back in the match? Did we lose that? A Mauser may refer to a domestic cat used for hunting rodents. Ah. A cat that goes mousing. Okay, okay. Good to know. That was a great draw. We're playing against this deck again. That's not good for us. Lightning Strike. I was not expecting a Lightning Strike. I must say. Yeah, Indomitable Creativity is a pretty good deck in Historic right now. I've seen some streamers playing it. All right, this is gonna make Stonecoil Serpent a 5/5, and then we can freely attack with our Scavenging Ooze here, and then the Stonecoil Serpent can block the Bone Crusher. You're glad Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel will be free to download because it's all 10,000 plus cards are unlockable. Nice. I'm happy about that. Okay, so this means that if a source would deal non-combat damage, so like they're gonna try to deal 3 damage to our Stonecoil Serpent here and have the Bone Crusher eat it. So I'm just gonna take the damage here. And I'm going to attack them for 9, potentially losing my Scavenging Ooze to the Soulscar Mage. But that will be okay since I have a second Scavenging Ooze here. I figured. I'm gonna do this in the upkeep because they have a less chance of drawing a burn spell for Scavenging Ooze. Perfect. What percent of that is actually used in the competitive field? Less than 5%. Well, there's a lot of decks that are used competitively, but I would say out of all the like seemingly infinite cards, a very low number. Okay. So this is 4/5 damage, so I'm just gonna go ahead and no blocks here. They do have 4 damage here, so 5 plus 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 4 is 9 damage. That's not enough to beat me here. So what I have to do is make sure that I can put like a couple damage on board next turn, and that should be okay. That's not a couple damage. I'm very close to dead now. I can't attack because they just do double Ramunap and then attack me with Skullscar Mage. And they're not dead. So that's a yikes. Unfortunate that we had to play against two like mono red decks. I have to block with both here. Okay. They're gonna put me to 1. Esper Sentinel. I think I have to attack with Stonecoil here. Because if I can't give them too many draws. Yep, they're dead. Or I'm dead. I was gonna say I can't give them too many draws because they're gonna draw into their burn spells, but they already had one. Yikes. I'm gonna play both of these before I play these. Hey Maya, what's up? Good to see ya. Also, how's Scales treating me? We are 1-1 right now. We lost game 1 in our last match, so we're gonna be playing with this deck against Mono Red Burn. Dreamer, shout out to Maya Plays, by the way. Okay, we're doing this as a green. Now we have to choose here. We can go Prototype plus Stonecoil, and we can have 2 3/3s, or I kind of want to go Oran-Rief Ooze here. Okay. Doing this because the Oran-Rief Ooze, if they don't kill it, actually buffs all of my creatures a lot. And Stonecoil Serpent enters the battlefield with an additional counter. You're thinking of building an Absent one for full greed? Yeah, I'll be full greed. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Esper Sentinel and see what they do here. Perfect. Arcbound would enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter from Conclave Mentor. Legend Heart, thanks for the follow. Then Glimmerwasp enters the battlefield with additional counter due to Conclave Mentor. Just kidding. And if I attack with Oran-Rief Ooze and Stonecoil Serpent, no, I'm just gonna go ahead and go no attacks, and then I'll attack with almost everything next turn, I think. Because then the counters are gonna get out of control on the Stonecoil Serpent, Arcbound Prototype, and Zabaz. Oh, they're gonna minus. They're going to minus the Chandra.
I'm totally the best
maybe, and shock something. No, they're gonna Wizard's Lightning actually. Then they're gonna pay 1 mana, or they're gonna pay 0 mana. Give me a draw off Esper Sentinel. Wait, no, this is cast without. Wait, what? Shouldn't they have given me? Oh, it's the first non-creature spell. All right, so Zabaz dies, so I get to put its counters on something else. I'm gonna put the counters on Esper Sentinel. My nemesis MTG played you recently, said he thought highly of you. Oh, that's awesome. I appreciate that. Thanks for the follow. Do we play Esper Sentinel right now? I guess it doesn't matter. Actually, it does, right? Because if our modular things die, I can put the counters on Esper Sentinel. All right, so Oran-Rief Ooze is definitely going to die, but not before all of our things get a lot of counters on them. Because this becomes a 4/4. Wait, no, it doesn't. It becomes a 3/3. Attack all, smash. I know, right? I don't think I can die in the backswing.
I'm late to meditation anyway.
So the first non-creature spell they play, they have to pay like 4 mana. Or else I draw 2 cards. Well, that's a yikes. They don't have any non-creature spells. Okay, that could come in. That could be useful. Yes, it was my gateway to Magic as well. Just have to make them block, don't I? Because my things have modular anyway. You saw someone make a working hoverboard. I highly doubt it. How much air pressure did it do towards the ground? How much? You know how much pressure you have to do, but towards the ground to actually make a hoverboard? It must have been like a mini helicopter and made like a bunch of sound. Alright, do I want to buff my Stonecoil Serpent or my Esper Sentinel? I think I want to buff my Esper Sentinel. Because like if they cast any non-creature spell, then I draw a card because they would have to pay 5 mana extra. They are not ever drawing non-creature spells. Nice. Hardened Scales doesn't really do anything right now. It does if my Zabaz dies. I could just give this flying. If I attack with just Esper Sentinel and Zabaz, they have to chump the Sentinel. I don't think I want to give them the trade here. Because like I can give them a trade and they chump this, they lose both things. Then we're left with a Sentinel and a Glimmerwasp. Okay, I think that's fine. They're not drawing non-creature spells. That's so funny. Hey, what's up, Artesian Builds? How's it going? I'm doing awesome. Make sure to check our Artesian Builds out. You can check out them right there at artesianbuilds.com/gaming. You can also, I'm going to shout out the profile as well. They also stream building PCs on Twitch, so if that's your thing, or even if you want to see your own PC from them built on stream, you can also watch them as well. Exclamation point list, Benny. Okay. Based on how they played that game out, do we want anything new? I don't think so. Let's just run it back. This hand is pretty okay. We have Scavenging Ooze to come back in the late game. We have an Oran-Rief Ooze to put some pressure on. We have Ozolith and Hardened Scales here. And it depends on what I want to do first. Do I want to go Ozolith or Hardened Scales first? I don't think it matters. I think it does matter in the case that they have exactly a braid to deal with our Ozolith. So let's just go like Hardened Scales first, I think. I don't know if Jaffer talked about this at all, but I know Jeff said he got an email from Artesian Builds. Oh yeah, he talked about it. Okay, it's actually a really good draw. We don't have to hurt ourselves to do this. Let's go Ozolith. Dr. Oz. White mana, Arcbound Mauser becomes a 2/2 due to Hardened Scales. And then if they kill the Arcbound Mauser, then we can put the counters on Ozolith. Oh wait, what? Oh, it doesn't have counters because Soulscar Mage... Oh, that's broken. Soulscar Mage actually takes counters off. It's actually broken. Soulscar Mage is really, really, really good against our deck. I'm just gonna block it. If it dies, it dies. Oh no! I put a -1 counter on it! Oh, they outplayed me. Oh no! Outplayed. No! Why does that exist? I feel outplayed. Yo, nice Ozolith. Crap. Oh, I can target their creature. Oh, that's hilarious. Yo, nice -1/-1 counter, opponent. My Ozolith kills my opponent's things. That's OP. Yo. That is crazy. What the heck? Dang. I'm in trouble. I can't gain life due to this Ferocidon. But I can put a bunch of counters on my cards. Hopefully they can't deal with my Scavenging Ooze, or hopefully they don't have like a couple of a Crowan War? No. No. Why did I grow it? Why did I grow it? Come on. Who plays that? Who plays that? Crap. Soulscar Mage is so weird against this deck. Our Ozolith literally did almost nothing. The Soulscar Mage took the 1/1 counters off our things, which is really weird. That has never come up for me. Alright, so let's do a quick review of this green-white modular counters deck, as you just saw. Quick review. Okay. Obviously the red mana didn't come up there, but it's okay. It could come up in the future. We sided this out against aggro decks. It's probably really, really good against other control decks or decks that we want to put pressure on. We played against elves and mono red twice, so not a very good representation of the meta. We did kind of almost play against blue control, but we got timed out of the match. You could possibly play Galactic Company in this deck, but you'd have to take out Stonecoil Serpent and Angarius Armored Killer to do so. Maybe like one of the Ozoliths, and you should be okay with playing Galactic Company, so you could definitely do that if you wanted to. I think this deck does have room for potential and room for improvement. It does have a high potential, as I should have said. So feel free to work this out if you'd like. I think it's a good shell. I think you could go more artifact heavy and take out some Conclave Mentors and put in the artifact that we talked about. But all in all, I think this does have room for improvement and very high potential. So with that said, go ahead and try out the list. The list is going to be down in the description if you're watching this from YouTube, and you can always type in exclamation point deck in chat here on Twitch if you'd like. It's also going to be posted in my Discord, exclamation point Discord in chat on Twitch, or you can find my Discord link in the description in the YouTube video to find this deck list as well. So without further ado, and with all that said, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.